Hello, Earthling. You may call me Phi. I'm surprised to see one of you here. Your arrival on the moon was unexpected. Well, in all honesty, Earthling, how you got here is just as much of a mystery to us as it is to you. Hey, it's okay. Don't be afraid. There is no need for you to be scared. Although I do sympathize with your situation. Waking up in a foreign place, far from home, far from familiarity. Wait a minute, Earthling. Your questions are running a mile per minute. Yes, there are people who do live on the moon. This is real. I believe that telling you this is a dream will not benefit you or me in the slightest. We are what you might call Lunarians, celestial moon beings. Our skin and eyes glow. Indeed, parts of our bodies are pure light. Even our long hair is very reflective. I know this might seem really weird to you. We haven't seen an Earthling in a long time. We were surprised to find you, but we have determined you to be harmless. You would perhaps be welcomed to our sacred lands if it weren't for your impurities. We Lunarians are free of corruption and those nasty qualities you hold so dear. The moon, as a result, is free of it. But you are an Earthling. Truth be told, you're a filthy and impure Earthling. An Earthling that cannot remain here. Normally, that would mean your prompt eviction out of here. But I sense something in you. You have me intrigued. You have the desire to stay. Despite your fear, we saw that you have the sense of wonder this place gives you. We saw the enthusiasm and curiosity you had exploring our home. We appreciate that you enjoy this place. It's only natural that you want to stay here longer. We could allow that, but not in the state you are in. But still, it can be arranged. I also feel that we perhaps owe you an apology. Many centuries ago, we sought to control the impurities of Earth, created monsters and misfortunes. Once we thought that Earth impurities were mostly controlled, we removed the bad creatures and left your planet alone. But once we saw you and how impure you were, we realized that the Earth has gotten into a very bad state again, more so than before. The reason we are apologizing to you is that if we had done something sooner about it, you wouldn't be suffering from your impurities. But we should also thank you for making us realize that. I want to give you a gift for both your troubles and our gratitude towards you. Your gift is that I will purify you. We want you to join us. Besides, I personally don't see any reason as to why I shouldn't help you. Yes, I'm serious. I want you to become a Lunarian. A perfect celestial being. It is my job to purify others. And to be honest, I don't want to send you back to Earth. It's a miserable, dirty place. I would rather help you overcome your impurities than send you back there. I know this is an unusual world to you, but please, I suggest you let me. I think you are going to like it here. You are going to like being pure. free from many human faults and weaknesses. We actually were once Earthlings ourselves before we became Lunarians, and the same thing can happen to you. But with even more impurities, it will take me more resources for me to pull this off. But I can't do it. This is why you were brought here by the guards. This is a healing temple. This pool of water you see in the middle of this room is moon water. It is what will remove your impurities. But in order for me to begin, you must relax yourself. Now, I can't just use simple moon water on you. Moon water is only good for clearing minor impurities. When it comes to humans with massive amounts of them, it's practically useless. I'm going to have to mix it with some herbs. These herbs can amplify the effects of water. This is the first step. I created a medicine that will cause your body to start rejecting your impurities. Once you drink it, there is no going back. So I will give you time to prepare. Great. You are now fully committed. Unfortunately, we are not done yet. Now, I must take this cloth to remove the excess impurities from your skin. Oh my lord, this is bad. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to upset you. I can do this. But I've never seen this much before. No, don't feel bad about it. I can already tell you that Earth must be awfully impure. Considering that, it's honestly unsurprising how you turned out like this. I don't blame you for this. I have informed the Emperor of your presence. It's kind of a necessary process. Many of us are not very sympathetic to Earthlings. We have grown a bit detached from Earth. I dread to think what that place is really like right now. You may be incredibly weak because of your impurities, but it doesn't make you a weak person. In fact, a person who is weak because of its flaws is stronger than ones with no flaws. Once I remove these impurities, you will be stronger than ever. I can assure you that. I'm not going to lie, you are pretty lucky. This healing process has gotten a lot better than it has centuries ago. Back then, a Lunarian needed to control their impurities themselves more. If someone committed a sin, they would be simply executed or exiled to Earth. Even the Emperor's family isn't excluded from this. How do you know about Kaguya? How do you know she was exiled to Earth several centuries ago? What? There was a book written about her. So do Earthlings know about us? So they think that we are a myth. Okay, that makes sense. But that was surprising to hear. Yes, she does exist. And yes, she was exiled long ago. For what she got exiled over, I have no idea. No one knows for that matter. I do recall it caused quite an uproar when she was exiled. If you ever get the chance to speak to Kaguya, do yourself a favor and do not ask her that. She might get offended by that. She might not even remember. Okay, so it's time for the next step. You're doing great, by the way. I must blow these candles. It will illuminate you, revealing your impurities deep within you to me. I can see everything that has hurt you, weakened you, drove you insane. Thoughts of hurting, thoughts of killing, thoughts of torture, aggressive behavior, fear of death, fear of the unknown, being unable to trust, finding it difficult to care for others, anxiety, greed, extreme anger, depression, and tons of mental illnesses. One by one, I am able to remove them. Now you are pure, but we are not done yet. This leads to our final step. You may be pure as a Lunarian, but in order to become one, you must confront these impurities. Lunarians are above these things, not excluded from them. You are going to pass out. You will dream of all these impurities. They will torment you, try to hurt you. They will. But in your pain, you will learn how to overcome them. They will no longer be a part of you. You will stand above them. Once you wake up, you will be free. You are getting tired. It's about to happen. You must be brave for this. I'll be here when you wake up. Right now, it is too late to turn back. May you rest well. You have awakened at last. You have been asleep for about 2 days. But congratulations. You are now a Lunarian. You probably feel very different. It must be weird to go from a life of impurities to one simply without them. That sense of freedom must be relieving to you. Most of your body hasn't fully changed yet. You have glowing lines all over your body. They look like scars. It seems that you still have most of your earth body, but it will slowly be replaced by your Lunarian body over time. Your eyes are glowing white. That and the aura you give off tells me you are a Lunarian despite all of this. It must feel great to be no longer tangled up in your earth filth. Many things that are natural to earthlings are simply beneath you now. Fear, anger, sadness, and death. Yeah, you're never going to die. Why would you? You're not even alive. Lunarians are above life and death. Your celestial existence is far greater than you realize. So I guess that's it then. Yeah, I suppose you have no idea what to do now. I guess I didn't think this through completely. Why don't you come with me to dinner? My house is connected to this temple. I moved you in here while you were sleeping. I even wrapped you in this ancient feather cloak to keep you warm. But for now, please sit down. We have a lot to talk about. I need to tell you how things are going to be from now on. You get to fully live on the moon. But this has caused a bit of outrage among the Lunarians. So it is best you retain a low profile for a little bit. The Emperor is aware of your presence here, and he has approved this. Under the condition that I am the one who guides you. Trust me, you will need my guidance if you want to adapt to our culture. I don't expect you to be able to adapt so easily. I also do expect you will struggle with our technology. It's far more advanced than the gadget I found on you. Although, can I ask you something? Do you remember anything from Earth? You were struggling to remember anything. Oh, I'm really sorry. I was afraid that might happen. I didn't realize that until a day later. Please forgive me. Maybe your memories might come back in due time. I promise I'll try to help you remember. You are very interested in our way of life. As you can probably tell, we despise impurities. So it's important that we try to remove them. But since I have to take care of you, why don't you become my student? I will become your master, and I will teach you how to heal others, just like what I did to you. Everyone can gather impurities, including me. Here, this is an impurity detector. I unfortunately gathered some myself, not from you. Oh, don't worry, I can get it removed easily. Also, it's safe to touch me. Here, take my hand. Wait, what? The impurity detector. The numbers are falling. Take your hand off of me. It stopped. Now put your hand on me again. The numbers are falling again. You are removing my impurities by touch. Wow. Oh, yeah, let me explain. Every Lunarian has a few abilities. I can slow down time, for example. That's not my only ability. But none of them are unique to me. Many Lunarians share the same abilities. That is an incredible skill you have, and an unusual one. Maybe it's because you were born on Earth that caused you to develop such unique powers. But still, it's important for me to teach you how to purify others the traditional way. This might be good, because you have caused us to rethink what we need to do about Earth. Unfortunately, we might have to do something towards it. We realize it's become too impure. We might have to take some extreme actions. But it's not all bad news for Earth. You have proven that we can purify highly impure Earthlings. We originally thought that it was completely impossible. So there is a possibility that we can't do that. Yet I can't make drastic promises like that. But let's not worry about this. I will begin to teach you tomorrow. Once we are done with dinner, I will show you to your room. You look like you could still use some rest. You have quite a long journey ahead of you, and I will guide you throughout all of it. I have a feeling business is going to pick up. People will come from all over the moon just to see the Earthling that ascended. But you must remember your duty as a healer. Lunarians can become impure over time. It is our job to help them remain purified. As a healer, you need to stay with them for the whole process. Help them overcome the impurities that used to control you. I really want you to live in prosperity on the moon. For right now, though, let's just enjoy dinner. I'm looking forward to the road ahead.